the inertia of so many miles an hour could throw it off. But,
No doubt.
yeah,
Yeah, we haven't done a bus talk trip in a minute.
I know it.
Well, I'm finally getting the new web pages put together for the promotion for him. I'd rather it not be. I'd rather be under the breadwinner barrawananichols, but I got breadwinner Barry. I don't know, man. It's under Barry Nichols. I'm just using my government like I always do. But those two pages are to promote for Kevin Gates TV, and me trying to get to the BWA label and sign for whatever it is. Ghostwrite for niggas, act, set up stages, whatever. But 3 years into it and two county stints.
3 years you've been.
Well, yeah. I mean, and you started with you. I started on the bus coming after working at that $1.2 million property, bro. You gotta remember, I didn't know one Kevin Gates line, lyric, quote, anything. It was all Red Money China Mac when I told the parole officer I wanted to sign to him. Somehow in between that, it got me to Kevin Gates' music, and that's 25 albums, and 4 of them brand new. And he's still on tour right now. But again, that's 3 stents and surgery I went through. That Kaza album helped me get off the ground. I should never have walked again. I mean, I can't even go up and have a hot dog with you. That's how bad my leg hurts. My legs are so swollen right now.
I saw that one you showed me yesterday.
Oh my God.
Doesn't look too bad.
Nah, man, but again, that's not on him. I've been walking on these legs after all that to try to promote and get on that team. I respect Kevin Gates. That's the general. And I respect China Mac and all his music for getting me there. When Sean died, he got a hold of me on his webpage because I was singing all of his songs. That's my gift, is I can take an album and I learn it 1 time, 2 times, word for word. So
Yeah, you got a good memory. That helps.
and that's not just Kevin Gates, but again, man, the way that he transformed in over 20 years, that's where I want to be. And I'm older than him. I'm like a decade older than him. So
It'd be like Mick Jagger. He's still singing in the 70s.
oh hell yeah, 80s now. He was having kids in the 70s.
Really?
Yeah, he had a kid at 70 or 72.
Wow. He still
So-
produced enough.
Hell yeah,
nice
man.
work in the 70s.
Well, I've been putting that out there too for 13 years. My son turned 21 yesterday. And again, I just spent 3 months in there for child support. It's not on them. And it's because she found out that I've been trying to sign. I've been running around paying out of my own pocket $40 a day for the last couple of years, supporting Kevin Gates. And that's all bus passes. That's eating myself, smoking weed, Monday through Friday. And like even times doing this, going out to Olean, taping that 2 hours. That's all for web pages and websites. I was trying to run every page on every page, one for him, one for me. Right before I went in, shit was starting, and I got 20 phones that I broke with all different parts of this trip into it that I friended myself, and I was able to get some of the pictures back. But that's Millie's, that's Nipsey, that's Mo3, that's Kevin Gates. What's that?
20 phones you went through?
20 phones. And I can tell that because that's Barry Nichols 3, Barry Nichols 9, Barry Nichols 4044, Barry Nichols 3013. These are all phones that were part of this Kevin Gates journey. That day that I was going to go to that concert in Rochester,
Yeah.
that's when I ended up in county for child support that day. That was in 2021. She did that knowing I could have went back upstate after having no dirty urines, no texts, no violations, no nothing. Nobody does that. And nobody tells the parole officer that they want to sign to a record company. Especially when China Mac just did his 10-year bid and did 5 years out here, and he was just getting off of it. But I thought I was doing the right thing. Well, I don't want to say that because I want to do the right thing for my kids. But man, I can't. I'm a double retarded felon.
Parole officer was gonna go with you to the concert.
That's what you said. I remember you saying it. That was my next
told me
thing.
to ask him.
Yeah, you told me to ask him. And again, I would never have done that. But if I would have went, I would have. They would have had a reason to violate. But that day, and I probably would have got signed. And the same, I had another chance when I was talking to BWA Ron, and I had to go somewhere real quick, and I got off the phone with him. He really promotes Fort Kevin Gates. He's got the Buco cash. He's got everything. Like, that BWA is a big team. It takes a lot of people to run it. So, but getting up there in age, man, I should have done this when I was 20, when I was doing carnivals. Like I said, I had big speakers and everything on the rides.
Were you ever in a band like?
I was when I was younger, and then all that shit happened, and I went to the East World School. You gotta remember, my schooling ended at 17, and I was traveling up and down the East Coast. That's where the Barrawanna Chronicles comes into play. You know that, and I want to give that book, that story, because I want to sign my life over to Breadwinners Association. I'm almost 50, you know what I mean? But I can remember every single story, and I did that for 5 years. Every carnival around Buffalo, and all the big ones, and then going down south. So, yeah. Respect you now.
That must have been quite an experience.
Yeah, good and bad, man. Taught me how, and I went with 4 of my close brothers. Believe me, I lost everybody else, but at least these guys seemed to make it through the struggle too. I lost like 15 people from heroin overdoses, a lot from murders, and a lot from suicides.
They were all with the carnival?
I know, they're all just people in my life. The 4 that I'm talking about are still alive, still prospering.
4 of them?
Yeah. I don't see them at all anymore. But everybody went through a war.
Yeah.
But I traveled everywhere down in Florida, all the way down to Gibsonton by myself at 17.
Wow.
Yeah, it was different too down there because we weren't stuck in one lot. We were stuck with like 15 different carnivals, so we only had a couple carnival rides. So all I had to do was really give breaks. Remember I told you, at Brighton Tonawanda, I had a piece of ride fall on me from 15 feet in the air, and it should have made me a quadriplegic right then and there at 17. And then I've been doing, what, 10, 15 years?
Where did it hit on your back?
Right in the back of my neck. And it dropped me into the ground, but it hit me in the back of the neck all the way down to underneath my ass. I had a welt. Man, that's one of the first times I lost consciousness from air. But I remember I was 17, and I didn't go to the hospital because I was off the books. You know what I mean? So I took, but Mikey Shea, the one that dropped it on me, I took like 3 months off or whatever, which is pretty much the whole season here. But he taught me how to run every ride, and I used to just get breaks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and get paid for it. What am I here? I'm banging pots and pans. Get you, I'm saying. Man, you owe me 100 grams. This is I Got You. Breadwinners Association presents Hugo Brasi 3, Kevin Gates, I Got You. Kevin Gates TV. Life ain't fair. There's one movie, right? Yeah, man, but Ken, it's been a long time since I was running that $1.2 million property. That's when this whole thing started. And it was with those Metro phones. Those ones, that guy's name that stole it off the bus, I got it back. It's John Rinkland.
Really?
Yep, I got it in my, somehow because of the clouds and all that, I got it on these phones right here. But that was the one that started with Red on the Roku, and brought China Mac or Red Money or somebody to me in the beginning when I was working there, right after Sean died. Like I said, 3 years into that now, so that would be 2020. Nipsey passed away in 2019. Rest in peace. And that's when I learned that whole album, and that's when it changed from China Mac to Kevin Gates. Like I said, that gives me time to figure out where it came from, and just all the time when I was in there for that 3 months, those kiosks, which is where you order commissary from and all that, tells you from your number on your wristband how far back it goes. So my shit goes back to 2013 when I went upstate in 2015, and then I didn't show back up in the system again until 2021, and that was for child support. That was 6 months after it changed from red money, after I told my parole officer that I wanted to sign the China Mac red money. That's when it changed. And that was October 12th, 2021. And I could tell that by the kiosk that was in the holding center. So when I was doing those 25 pages, I wrote 25 pages, which is really 50 pages of the Barrawana Chronicle book. Because it was supposed to be Barrawana landscaping, a strain of Barrawana, everything I could do. I am Barrawana, just like he is Luca Brasi.
You still have the pages?
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. I got it all marked up. And again, that's just a run through. I can put each spot in there, and each thing that happens. It's just like the Puerto Rican Fest. I did that. Italian Festival, Queen of Heavens, all that.
Do you have a show on the internet?
Well, I got a page. I got them on Facebook and I got it on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. It's,
so you get followers?
yeah, and remember I had 6,000 on Instagram. I'm not using Instagram right now or Spotify. The next one I'm gonna jump up to Spotify, but I only want it to be controlled by these 2 phones, and I already got 3 Gmails that are connected to the Kevin Gateses, and then me just roaming around the city singing everywhere, west side, east side, north side, south side, anywhere, on the bus, off the bus, and then try to get everybody to push towards his channel, the Kevin Gates TV. And just because...
He's got a TV now?
Well, Kevin Gates TV is his channel, just like China Mac has one.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, even the ones that I have are channels, but again, if this could pay for it, I really want to work for Brentwood Association the rest of my life. Even if it's because they set up movie scenes. I mean, they make official music videos that go on everywhere.
A lot of different things you could probably do.